Welcome everybody to a new episode of Garage Groove. Thank you for joining us, and it's been a long time. You know, I've had stuff going on, and this is the 2025-2026 edition of all the updates, everything coming up, and everything that's been going on with me. So first and foremost, I apologize for not being so prompt about doing the videos. I got sick is what happened. I was dealing with some infections, and it all started with some poison ivy that I got. Apparently my body is very sensitive to it, and it spiraled into all sorts of different stuff. In fact, if you look, it ended up getting close to my eye and left a mark there. It just started something small. I ended up getting it on my arms, and it just spiraled into something a lot more. It manifested into something bigger. Ended up going to the hospital. I was on antibiotics. I was seeing dermatologists. Good Lord. The last thing I wanted to do was be in the garage and, tinkering and filming and all of that. So I apologize for that. It looks like things have stabilized. Everything is, other than some marks that is left behind, I'm good to go. But that's not to say we haven't been riding. We've been doing a lot of riding. In fact, this season, we've done probably more riding than any of the other recent seasons. You know, we did a lot of night riding. We did a lot of street riding. I did with the Harley. I think I put on a lot of miles on the Harley this season, probably more than any others. And then, of course, with our little micro machines, you remember the trikes and all of that, we did a lot of night riding on that. I bet you we probably done 500, 600, 700 miles cruising this season on just night rides. Plus, we've done a lot of off-road stuff, too. Faison's been riding, I've been riding, we've been riding together. He's been riding with his friends. So let's take a look and see what we have for updates, because there is a lot going on, and I just haven't been tinkering with a lot of stuff in here, but I've been doing a lot of riding. Don't get me wrong there. But let's start with this machine right here. This is the KTM 1990 LC4 600. Now you guys have seen this bike on and off in the background or whatever. It just never got any attention, simply because I've been working on stuff for the kids, and I never really gave any attention to any of my personal bikes. But this one is coming up. It had some electrical issues. I finally took the time to bring in another coil, and we got good spark. And the other one was sparking, but it just wasn't hot enough to get her going. So, I finally found one. I ordered it, brought it in. We rewired everything, and sure enough, it runs. The other thing you notice, it used to have a big long, it was a hill climber, and it had an extensions on it. We took that off. None of it's on film, unfortunately, but we did do a little bit, here and there. And then you may not know, but I already have the engine rebuilt. It was rebuilt a few years ago, and I had filmed it. And then, of course, the kids got older. I started working on their stuff. So this bike never got any attention. But I do have, it's got a brand new Wasner oversized piston in it, slightly oversized. And it's got great compression. It runs now. We've been riding it. And so you're going to see, we're going to do a full restoration on that bike. So that's coming up. The other thing coming up is this guy. You guys remember this one. This is an OG. We bought this bike a long time ago, and Faison was just a little guy, and he has put a lot of miles on this thing. He's rode it with us. He's rode it with his friends. There's been times he's come home so muddy that we couldn't even let him near the house. We had to basically hose him and the bike off before they came inside. He's been riding with his friends, and it developed a head gasket leak finally, And so what we're going to do is, we're going to go ahead and fix that motor. You might be thinking, what's this other motor doing next to it? You guys must have got another 80 to replace it. Well, we did get another motor to replace it, but it's not an 80. That's a 125. So we're going to do a one-off on Fazon's RM80. I haven't seen a lot of people dumb enough to put 125s in an 80 frame, but we're gonna go there. We're gonna go there, and then Fazon's our pilot. He'll ride. He ain't afraid of nothing. So he'll take it for a ride, and we're gonna have a Frankenstein monster putting out like 35, 37 horse in this little puny frame, and it's gonna rip, and it's gonna boot, scoot, and boogie one honking dirt bike, and we'll see what that does. The other bike is the DR. You guys remember the 1990 DR? We had a full episode on this. Fazon's been riding it. We've taken it on multiple trail rides this season. He's been putting around in the yard with it, although I don't like him riding around in the yard. It tears everything up, but we've gone on several rides with the DR, long rides. I remember the one trail ride we did. I was on my TT 600. It totaled almost 70 miles, going there and back, and that was a wonderful ride. He's been riding with his friends. This is his friend's bike, and they've come home many times, just slathered in mud. And so that's coming up. The KTM we talked about. Then we've got some micro machines. I call these micro machines. You remember our trikes? Those are our micro machines, and those are reserved for night riding, street riding. When the neighborhood goes to sleep, we come out and we cruise around. We put on a lot of miles. We go far, and the great thing is we focus on machines that are not loud, but we've thrown aside the other stipulation, which was they can't be fast. Well, they're fast. They're fast, and but they're quiet, and we put on a lot of miles that way. So these are our latest little micro machines. In a sense, this one is, we picked that one up. Fazon's been running that. You guys remember this mini bike. Ever since we put away the trikes for the season, we've been riding these guys. The cold don't bother us. We go out, dress up, and we go. This one is another update that's coming. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown on this guy. So you guys were probably used to seeing it with this engine. It's got the red coil on it, the start mechanism there. That was the 6.5 horse Predator clone or whatever it is, and it was starting to get tired. So we picked up this motor. This is another Predator type motor, but I believe this one's a 7.5 horse. It's not a 6.5 because you can definitely feel the power. It's got more torque, and I bought this as a brand new motor off a gentleman that was not able to use it for anything he had in mind. But we have some updates we want to do with this thing. So I'm probably going to go do a governor delete on this thing, and we're going to go with a motorcycle style a slide type of carb on it. And but like I said, we put a lot of miles on these things. You can see we put street tires on it. We got a new one for the front because the front tire is starting to wear out big time. And so we're going to be doing that. Like I said, that I think is the route we're going to go, but we may end up sticking this monster in there. Who knows? That's coming up. We're going to do something with it. We don't know what yet. So those are 3 projects coming up fairly quick. KTM, Fazon's RM Frankenstein, and then we're going to be doing a little bit of updates on this thing. Now, the other thing we're going to be doing this year, don't quote me on it. It depends on work, and if all the stars align, we're going to try to do Unadilla this year. And you know, Faison's gotten bigger, and he wants to take the bikes out there, and we're going to hopefully set up a tent, and hopefully we'll see some of you guys out there. We're going to bring probably the KTM with us. It's going to be restored, and I'll probably run some vintage races on it. Who knows? We'll see. That's kind of the plan. And, you know, we're going to probably bring 2 or 3 bikes. Faison will probably bring, I don't know if he's going to bring that DR. He'll probably have an RMZ 250 or something by that time. So we'll see. We got a lot coming up. I've been down. I apologize. But please stay with us. I don't plan on giving up on any of this stuff. I want to ramp it up more. So we're going to be doing that. I'm going to be posting another trip video. Yeah, I do that from time to time just so it's preserved. You guys are always welcome to join in on my family's vacations and stuff. It's not always 100% motorcycles and this and that, although we do try to add something in there. This year in 2025, we took a trip up north. You know, we hit some states we'd never seen before: New Hampshire, Maine. We went to Lake Placid, and then we went back down south a little bit to hit Connecticut to see our friends again for the second time after 4 years, which was Kaplan Cycles in Connecticut. So I'm going to be posting that video. I don't want to keep everything to myself. I put it out there. If you enjoy it, that's great. If not, I do it so the videos are preserved. In any case, I hope everybody has been doing well. I'm doing much better, and I'm getting ramped up to do some of these projects. Now, really quickly, I want to add one more project in there. It's not 100% certain, but we had hit on it before. We have this KZ750 motor, right? I have a frame, and I have a 700 Raptor swing arm. We may be putting together one vicious off-road trike. So that may be coming up too. So please stay with us. A lot of fun stuff coming up. Please subscribe. Please stay with us. Please hit the like. And any questions, any comments, please write in the comments. We'll see you. Take care.